sissy.
Hey, Philip.
I should have caught it.
It's not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. It looks like fire and everybody does it.
Hey guys, I'm just it is 7 o'clock, but I'm just waiting for a few of you to kind of tune in. I figured you could take this opportunity to like enjoy my, presence in your world. I mean, how could you go wrong with that, right, Bryon? Although it does say Byron on everything, you're still Bryon. Marv, what's going on? And Philip, it's always good to see Philip here. Philip's it's a biblical name, Philip. Oh boy. Okay, guys, welcome to Barside Jive Live. I am DC. I am your host. This is my Thursday 7 p.m. video cast, and soon to be on the Vocal Media platform as a live show at vocalnow.com. That's vocal with a K. And just look for my caricature logo that will appear there very soon, and the words Barside Jive Live. Then you can check out all the live shows, including the old ones they're going to put on there. Hey, Craig. Hey, Shelly. Hey, thanks, Tasha. Tasha's the bartender of the evening, and she just made me a fresh, handmade jalapeno margarita with the
Jose, Grangala, lime juice, jalapenos, simple syrup.
what kind of liquor do we use?
Jose Silver and Grangala.
We didn't use that high potency ghost pepper stuff, did we?
No, that's vodka.
Oh, that's the vodka. Okay. So I'm telling you, they've got great drinks here at Six Springs Tavern. If you guys don't do anything else, wherever you are in the DFW area, you need to stop right here, right now on Plano Road and enjoy one of their fresh, handmade margaritas. Tasha's ready to make a few more, and then Bryon's here to entertain. And he drove all the way from Oklahoma just to be here. So, anyway, something else freaking cool is happening on December 5. I've got an interview with a California-based FM radio show in Vallejo, California. And this show is going to feature music by some of the very guests that I've had on my show at some of the different live music venues I've had. And I was honored to submit a number of these people to have their music played on air. So it's a very cool thing for Barside Jive Live to do this. And there's other radio stations across the United States, all the way to the East Coast, that we're going to be doing the same from time to time. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be very exciting. And today is November 29th, and there are only, how many days left of Christmas? Like 26? 25? Gosh. My Barside Jive Christmas calculator is not quite working properly, huh? Yeah, me either. Brian's helping me. The Oklahoma dude is helping me. You know, they got good talent up there in Oklahoma. They got you, they got Sissy, they got Buffalo, they got, who else is from up there? Mitchell? Where's Mitchell Trimmer from? From Oklahoma. Is he from Oklahoma too? Anyway, there's a bunch of them. Good. There's nothing else in Oklahoma, but they got good talent. So that's about all there is in Oklahoma.
10,000 miles of natural shore.
10,000 miles, yeah, shoreline. Oh gosh. But keep in mind now, guys, Adam and Mike, that during the holiday season, and I'm talking Thanksgiving through New Year's, at least January 1. Please note that our show dates and times can vary based on needs, because there's a lot going on in some of these cities in the downtown areas where I have shows, and so we may have to move them, cancel them, change the dates and times, so always be aware. But I always let you know early and let you know what's going on. But we do have some lineup changes We ought to, in fact, we have a new show that starts up on January 1. I think another one on the 8th or something, but I'll always let you know in advance, but just hang on. It'll be all right. Hey, Louie. Our host today is Six Springs Tavern, located at 147 North Plano Road in Richardson. Our show is sponsored by Buddy Blaze Guitars. Buddy has made guitars and basses for some of the best musicians in the business. You can find out more about owning your own Buddy Blaze guitar or bass at info@buddyblaze.com. That's right. I want to thank you guys for showing up tonight. I look forward to seeing you. Some of you show up at this show, some of you show up at other shows, some of you show up at all of them, but I do always like to see your name scroll across, Chris. But I appreciate your support, your likes, love, shares. If you guys take a liking to it, you can just come on down right now and see me and Bryon here at Six Springs Tavern. Show us some love. But we do appreciate your likes, loves, shares, and we really love your shares because, you know, we don't want to deprive humankind of this, like, cool content that we've got here. And that would be totally something to cry about, and we don't want any crying on this show. This is happy, Carrie. Carrie. I should tell your bathroom story.
No.
Okay, I won't do it.
You can if you want. It's funny.
You sure it's okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got to tell you this story. Like, Carrie, she really takes care of the bathrooms here. I mean, she is like a clean freaking freak. You guys walk into Six Springs Tavern, you're going to notice right off how clean this place is. No kidding. I mean, it is freaking, like, clean, all right? And that means their bathrooms too, dudes. So you check out the bathroom, you'll see real quick that the freaking place is really maintained well. So, you know, I go in there one day to take care of my business, and I'm standing at the urinal. I'm about halfway through my pee, and all of a sudden the door opens. So I just assume it's Brad, because he's like the only dude. Oh, David. Could be David, could be Brad. They're only two dudes in the house. So I'm standing there, you know, looking at the wall. Next thing you know, I just felt this, I had this odd feeling come over me. And I looked around, and inside in the mirror in front of the sink, I see Carrie. And she's like in there just scrubbing away on the sink and cleaning, you know. And I'm like, whoa. So I just kind of stand there and finish my business. And then when I get through, I walk over to her and tap her on the shoulder. She turns around, and she's got this look on her face like. So she gives me that look, and then she just turns and looks at the door, and she just hauls ass right out the door. I guess she was a little bit embarrassed. But anyway, hey, John. So poor Carrie, so I kid her about that all the time, but I tell everybody that comes in here, hey, mate, you guys go ahead and use that clean restroom. Just make sure Carrie's not in there. But we have a good time here at Six Springs Tavern. It's always a great time, Tammy. So you guys come make this your home for live original music, because it's really a badass place. If you guys are a cool live music venue like Six Springs, and you'd like to host your own show, well, it's real easy. Or maybe you just want to host, not host, but maybe you want to sponsor or advertise. It's real easy. Just dc@barsidejive.com is my email. That's right, Scott, dc@barsidejive.com. And you can find out how you can be a part of this cool thing. Oh, hey, you guys, check out my new group. I just started this new group. So we got like our freaking own Barside Jive Live Club. And anyway, it's kind of cool. So for you new viewers, I just want to warn you that this show is all about music. Oh, I love those likes. You just keep doing that stuff, Scott. And David, Cowboys, that's right. So for you new viewers, it's all about, you're not going to get sports or news here. You're going to get all about music because, in my opinion, that's what connects us, and we need more connection. We need more healing, and we get enough of the negative out there, and we need some positive in our life, and that's what I hope this show brings you, because that's what I strive for. So I'm hoping that it meets that need, partly. And, speaking of music, George Harrison, right? 17 years ago today that guy left us. 17 years. George Harrison's been gone. Can you believe that? 17 years. Doesn't seem like it. Doesn't seem possible. But that's what they say. Also, guys, speaking of music, if you guys got a lot of extra money and you're a big Stones fan, all you got to do is run down to the NRG. Actually, all you got to do is get online. You don't have to run down anymore, stand in line. You can get you a ticket at the NRG Stadium in Houston for the Stones. April 28th is that show. Be prepared to drop about $600 to $800 a seat for decent seats, because I checked today. $600 to $800 for fairly decent seats, and those son of a guns are still offset from the stage, so you still aren't going to be really, really close, but it's as close as you're going to get, but you're going to drop probably $600 to $800, Roger and Angela. So be prepared for that, but I'm sure the Stones will put on a great show. Who knows? Any of these could be their last. You just don't know anymore. Hell, you know what? Keith Richards, he might outlive us all.
I think he's already a corpse.
Yeah, Keith Richards is probably wondering what he's going to do when we're gone. Seriously, Louie. Hey, Roger. So let's talk about the venue, Six Springs Tavern, since that's what we're here for, guys. And here to help me is none other than me. I wanted you guys to know, if I haven't told you enough, that Six Springs Tavern is one of the coolest live music venues in Dallas-Fort Worth. These guys have some of the best national, regional, and national touring acts in all genres that there are. And it's like here live Tuesday through Saturdays. So whether you're in this part of the Metroplex or not, you know, this is really a cool place to come. They have like a seating capacity of over 300, top shelf sound and lighting production, great food and drinks, and I know because I've sampled a lot of that stuff. Then they got lots of room to dance or just rock out or just chill and talk to your friends. So it's a great place. Everybody in Richardson ought to be here. You have no excuses because you're close. But if you're anywhere in the Dallas County area, this is really a cool place. If you haven't checked it out, you should. Now, during the show, we have some show specials. We have $4 Crown and Downs, $2 Wells, $3 Tall Boys, that's a 16-ounce PBR and Lone Star, and $2.50 for our regular Coors. That's the banquet, they say. The banquet, Ed. The banquet, Rena. But I'm going for the margarita tonight because that's what Tasha said I needed. It is a little spicy, Tasha. I mean, our lips are just burning just a little bit. And guys, for a mere $7, you can get a half-order quesadillas with chips and salsa. And because Carrie is such a badass, she's offered $6 sliders, pork or brisket with a side of fries or half-price nachos. Is that still right? I know it is. Okay, so for coming up events, we got Friday, tomorrow, November 30th. Doors open at 7, shows at 8. You got the Buffalo Ruckus with Brave Little Hal and Fort Defiance are going to open. Tickets are $6 to $15 on Ticketfly or the Six Springs website, sixspringslive.com, right? Saturday, December 1, doors open at 7, shows at 8. You got Pike and Sutton. Kalo is opening that show. Tickets are $6 to $16. Get them at the same place. Sunday, December 2, doors open at 11. Show is 11 to noon. And you've got my friend, Hula Hayes. That's right. Sunday brunch with Hula Hayes. He is the 2019 IBC solo finalist, Ed. And he's a badass. And he's a friend. So come by here, have brunch, tell Hula I said hey. And the tickets, guys, they are zero, nada, zilch, nothing. That's right. Make sure you get his autograph while you're here, because one of these days Hula's going to be famous. I'm telling you. Okay, so my guest tonight, guys, I'm sure you've been waiting for 15 minutes to talk about my guest. My best guest is Byron White. That's not Brian. It's Bryon, but we call him Byron because we like Byron better. But he likes Brian.
All of my friends call me Byron.
All of his friends call him Byron. So he was one of the frontmen for the Damn Quails, and I know you guys have heard, not Dan Quayle, not the dude that ran for VP with Bush, but the Damn Quails, like those damn quails.
Them damn quails.
He writes songs, he plays them, and sometimes he has an audience.
Yeah.
Boy, I bet the venues like that. So the Damn Quail started as a weekly jam session between two Oklahoma songwriters, Gabe Marshall and Bryon White, who met for a weekly gig that soon attracted all kinds of characters playing various instruments. I mean, I could have even slid in there unnoticed.
Totally.
These sessions quickly attracted a crowd of semi-stable. So they're like, you got semi-stable and then you got me. Okay. A lineup formed and the Damn Quails were born. The band released their first record in 2011 entitled Down the Hatch. Since then, the band has firmly established itself as a touring entity hell-bent on spreading their brand of music as far as possible. The Damn Quails carry on the great Oklahoma tradition, and we know there's many, of songwriting that draws from countless genres and has produced many memorable songs, bands, singers, and moments. Remember, Oklahoma produced Sissy Brown. They are proud to be a part of such a rich musical heritage. They have taken their cue from musical predecessors and forged their own style that they loosely refer to folk rock. From the beginning, Bryon and Gabe have had Thomas Young as their drummer. Not only does Thomas keep the beat, but he also serves as a very stabilizing character. They need one. That provides a very solid foundation on which the guys have built their musical monuments. Joining them, playing a vast array of instruments, is Kevin Haystack Foster. And he's a brilliant musician and singer who adds a dimension of the show that is unfreaking deniable. That's right, Kimberly. That's right, Lucy. Lucy. It seems like he has been there forever. Yeah. On bass, you have a close friend of Kevin's and a ball of positivity and energy known as Dylan Sampson. Dylan and Kevin attended South Plains College in Texas. Texas is best. Where they studied music. They are proud to bring their friendship and dedication of great playing to the Damn Quails, not the Dan Quails. Nope. Upon its release, Down the Hatch quickly became a favorite of both music critics and a growing legion of fans that is now referred to as the Covey. Like the Covey of Quail. You get it, Rachel? Hey, Kimberly. The record spawned the radio singles Fool's Gold, So Long, and Me and the Whiskey. Just as the band was hitting its stride, they suddenly found themselves in a legal struggle with their management company and record label, which a lot of times goes really bad.
So much fun.
But these guys survived. The situation deteriorated in such a way that lawsuits were filed, and the band found itself like fighting to keep their rights to their own name, the music, their likeness, everything associated with the Damn Quails. Not Dan Quail. The band did the only thing it can do, and it fought. But it continued to tour and spread the good word the only way they knew how, which is playing live. Night after night, the band made friends of fans across the country. For much of this time, they had no CDs, no T-shirts, no freaking merch. All they could do is play. This situation would have destroyed most bands, but the Quails, the Damn Quails, chose to never give up. They had their music, themselves, and of course, the Covey to help them along the way. After 2 years, a lawsuit were finally settled. Got to quit drinking. The band was given the ownership of the name The Damn Quails and was finally allowed to record and release new music. Finding themselves without a record label and any financial backing, the band turned to the people, the Covey. They started a Kickstarter campaign in January of 15, and they raised $55,000, Kimberly Brown. It's not Damn Qualls, Kimberly. It's Damn Quail. They enlisted David Abeta from Reckless Kelly to produce the record, which they recorded in Austin, Texas at 12th Street Sound. Cool place. They emerged with Out of the Birdcage, which will be released on their own label, Swamp Fist Records, on September 4th. Was that last September?
Yes, it was.
Brian?
Or September before, maybe.
Oh my gosh. Bryon, update your freaking bio,
that
brother.
freaking bio. Yeah,
Update your bio.
I'm gonna clip like half of that shit out.
You are. Make it shorter.
Way shorter.
The title signifies the freedom the band feels having finally emerged to follow their true path, a path where they own their own future and are in charge of their own destiny. And a lot of credit to the Quails, the Covey, because without those people, this would have been very difficult for these guys. So let's welcome Bryon, who also goes by Byron White, to the show. Byron, have a seat, brother.
Gotcha.
You gotta scoot in here
Scoot
tight.
in.
Scoot in here tight so we
like
can get you on. You need to have her make you one of these margaritas.
I might have to do
Wait a
that.
minute,
There's a jalapeno in there. Look at that.
There is. Let me move this over. Okay, now I'm gonna scooch. And do you scooch?
I'm Scooch.
Do you say that in Oklahoma? Scooch.
Scooch. We got Scooch.
You got scooch?
We got Scooch. We got pecans.
Got
Instead of
pecan.
pecans and pecans, and we got all kinds of fun stuff. What's this streaming on? I was going to send the link out.
Oh, it's
Something fun.
it's on my Facebook.
Awesome.
You want to find it real quick?
Sure.
Here, I'll show you right now.
Show me right now.
Show you right now.
Oh,
brother.
Skinner. Hello, internets. Out there in the internet's world.
Internet.
I got you. Perfect. Oh, there it is.
Found it?
I got you.
You're a good man.
Yeah.
So tell me, how was the drive?
The drive was the drive. I've done it so many times from Oklahoma City all the way. Like, I used to drive to San Antonio just about once a week, because I was living down in San Antonio. And
I love San Antonio.
I love it down there, too. I ended up not living in there forever. I was there for 3 years, and I moved to New Braunfels for a year. Which
Oh, that's cool.
so much fun. I had
Yeah.
a lot of fun in that town.
Did you go to Schlitterbahn?
You know, I never went to Schlitterbahn. I went to the river.
Oh, the
and
river,
just
yeah,
sat
yeah.
there and
In a raft? I mean,
yeah,
in a tube?
or sometimes
Did the
just in
tubing
the
thing?
water. Yeah, drank a bunch of Miller
Scoot,
Lite.
scoot closer.
There we go.
You gotta get like you really like me. Okay, so because if not, I'm gonna skip back so my head's not as big as yours.
Perspective.
My head, because my head looks really big when I do this. I like it when I'm doing this, so it looks the same size as yours.
My head's actually way too large for my body.
Is it?
No, I don't know.
No, it looks pretty proportioned to me. So, Bryon, you really don't go by Byron.
No, I don't.
That was just a mistake.
That was a mistake.
It
But
was a mistake.
every teacher I've ever had has made it for at least the first 2 weeks of school.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's all about seeing it or writing. It's Bryon.
Byron.
Seems
No,
like
man,
Byron.
It's Bryon.
I know.
Okay, so tell us, go all the way back. All I want to hear about is the very beginning, the first interest you had in music.
Uh-huh.
Just tell me that little piece.
Man, the first.
Who influenced you?
I went to church as a kid, and I went to the Church of Christ, which is kind of strange.
Oh.
No musical instruments in there.
Yeah.
So that was kind of my earliest memories of music, was just the church singing, and kind of figuring out how to sing harmony just because you're bored singing a main line, and that became one of my things, was harmony singing. And
Wow.
yeah, so that was kind of my earliest thing. But my first concert that I can remember just really getting into, was a band called The Hinge in my hometown of Shawnee, Oklahoma, at the VFW at Mel Carnes Post, and they played for an hour and a half and just slayed it.
Wow.
There was like 7 people there, so.
So we like in the church choir?
I was not in the church choir, but we didn't have a choir. Church of Christ just all sings together as a congregation. But
Oh, they're different.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
yeah, it's one of those things.
Yeah.
But I went to actually got recruited in high school, out of high school, by a Gregorian monk from St. Gregory's Abbey University in Shawnee.
Wow.
Yeah, and so I started singing Gregorian chant in the choir
Wow.
my freshman year, and I was in that school for a year. So it was an interesting time. Learned how to sing, really. So I'd been singing before, but
Right.
not really singing proper. So
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, that's very cool. I'll tell you a quick story. I had a girlfriend when I was a young guy, and I was raised Southern Baptist.
yep.
And,
Very similar.
Yeah. Hellfire and brimstone. But
Don't you be dancing.
Yeah. So no. So I had a girlfriend that she was Church of Christ, right? And so I met her, and she wanted me to go to church with her, and so I went to church with her, and I found out at her church that only Church of Christ people are going to heaven.
Yeah.
So I was like, so I went home and told my folks that, and anyway, I didn't really date her much anymore, but
Yeah.
but
those things have a tough
Yeah,
time working
but
out.
there's a joke I used to hear that when somebody died and went to heaven, and I forget Methodist or a Baptist or whatever, and they're getting a tour by God. He's walking them around. This is whatever, and he goes and he's introducing them to everything, and so the person went, well, what are those big walls right there around that area right there? And God said, shh. Those are the Church of Christ. They don't know anybody else is here. So,
That's classy.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah. So, it's almost Christmas, Bryon.
It is almost Christmas.
What's Bryon asking for Christmas?
Just a few $1 million
Would help.
and a couple of 100,000 more loyal fans. It's
Oh,
really
okay.
all I want.
Right?
I'm a simple man of simple tastes.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a bunch of cash and people that love me.
Really?
So, yeah.
Not another guitar?
No, maybe I got guitars. I'm not one of those guitar collector junkie kind of guys.
Really?
Like, I find one that I like and I stick with it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
my mom actually bought me this guitar, which is a super old
Oh,
kind
wow.
of a
Yeah,
rare.
it is.
It's a K with a Gibson neck, an unstamped Gibson neck on it. So
Awesome.
it came out of the factory that way in 1952, 3 or 4. That's
Wow.
as close as I can take it.
Gosh,
So, yeah.
it's older than us.
It's way older than us. Yeah, probably
Yeah.
combined almost. Maybe.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
yeah.
That's awesome.
It's a lot of fun. I find what I like and I stick with it. And my buddy Alex Ronan makes guitars out of Oklahoma City, and he made the Telecaster I play. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Awesome.
it's a lot
That's
of fun.
cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah. So, have you had the opportunity to play with any of your personal heroes?
Oh yeah, many times.
Tell me,
So,
who?
Yeah. Oh, so many. Tom Skinner was the first one probably.
Okay.
And Tom played bass for the Mike McClure band. But I knew him from the Blue Door in Oklahoma City, the listening room venue, just kind of listening to Tom play songs. And him and, Bob Childers and Greg Jacobs, all the old guard Oklahoma songwriters and stuff would hang out up there. And so I got to play with Skinner a few times at the Blue Door, and then we did the Mike McClure band. We toured with them quite a bit because Mike produced our first record.
Awesome.
And Mike has kind of become another hero of mine, one of my favorite people. So I was not a huge fan when we first started hanging out with him. I'd never really just listened to much of his stuff. And as we kind of started hanging out and making a record, and then we kind of got to know each other, and like we were very similar. We're from real close, tiny, small towns in Oklahoma, right across the interstate. So we have a good rapport and a good view on music. We kind of have a similar take on playing guitar and how things ought to be.
Right.
So
Well, I'm going to ask you because I ask all my guests: is George Jones or Led Zeppelin?
George Jones.
Really?
And also some Led Zeppelin, but yeah.
Why George Jones?
Because he was probably the hardest rolling dude from that whole Nashville thing in the 70s, 60s. And I mean, I've heard a lot of George Jones stories, and if even half of them are half true, then I tip my hat to him.
Yeah.
And could do no better.
Yeah.
So, plus one of my favorite songs is Yabba Dabba Doo, the King is Gone, and So Are You.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a George Jones song, and
Yeah.
it's about falling over, talking to a mug.
Yeah. Well, my buddy AJ probably right now has got a big smile on his face. He's a big George Jones fan. But
Oh, yeah.
So, tell me something about you, Bryon, that you really haven't told anybody.
Well, that won't get me in trouble. Let's
Oh, come
see.
on. Let's
What
get
am
you.
I
Come
don't
on,
know. I
Arthur.
like,
We want to hear it, don't we, Arthur?
I'm from a real small town, Oklahoma, and
Okay.
so I just kind of a simple Oklahoma dude, really.
Right.
But there's only a few bodies. But
Yeah?
it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You got away with something, didn't you?
Oh, always.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
No, yeah, some things you don't get away with.
Oh.
Yeah, those are the bad ones.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. How many policemen in that small town?
More than one that know my name, I would say.
Did you ever wind up in the jail down
Oh
there?
yeah,
Oh,
well, yeah, maybe a time or three. I did some stuff, had some fun,
Did you?
raised some hell, yeah,
Yeah.
and then I didn't stop. So
Yeah.
it was a good time.
So you doing good now?
I'm doing good now. Yeah, doing good. I went to had a little 3-month vacation on the state a few months ago, And so just kind of getting done with that. And
In the state, they're good people.
man, they're people. They are people. We can say that for sure.
You're not going to say good.
No, I don't know that I'll add it. I'm not going to start adding adjectives and stuff in there because we'll be here all night.
Oh, man. So tell us, Bryon, what's next for you? Projects?
I'm actually working on a record with Mike right now. I'm a solo record.
Cool.
And we're talking about doing a Quails record too.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, so going back
Awesome.
back down to the Boo Hatch down in Ada.
In Ada, Oklahoma.
Ada, Oklahoma. And, you know, Mike actually just moved the studio upstairs, which is really crazy because I didn't know there was an upstairs. I kind of just thought it was all a basement.
Really?
Yeah, basement and a garage because I'd never in 8 years been upstairs.
Yeah.
And some things changed over there, and now all of a sudden we're upstairs and we're like, oh my God, there's a fridge. Like,
Oh, wow.
holy shit, we can wash dishes
We
up
got
here.
important
Like,
stuff.
Yeah, like, there's things that happen. We can do laundry if we were so inclined, but never will be.
Wow.
But yeah, so I'm kind of doing that. I've been playing a lot with Jamie Lynn Wilson, which I'm on my way to Austin tomorrow
Oh, cool.
to play lead guitar for her at the Moody Theater, and so that'd be a lot of fun.
Awesome. That'd be...
Yeah, we did a couple of shows for her record release tour of her new record, Jumping Over Rocks. It's freaking amazing. So
Awesome.
yeah, man, I have a really good time playing with Jamie. We got lots of harmonies and killer stuff.
Yeah. I'd love to hear that.
Yeah, man, it's a lot of fun. We, my buddy Giovanni Carnuccio is drumming for her, who was the Quails' first drummer.
Really?
And yeah, so me and Nuccio way back, and
Oh, that's cool.
you get in there and just get in that, ride that wave. And
So where you all at in Austin?
the Moody Theater, yeah.
Moody, that's right. That's right. You said that. Yeah.
And I've never been there, but I've heard it's a heck of a time. So
You'll have a good time and it ought to be a great show.
yeah.
So what do people, or where do people go to find out more information about you or to book you?
Facebook is always easy. I'm Bryon White Music, and then there's also all the Damn Quails stuff. You can get in touch with me through there.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, the damnquailsband.com, damnquails.com, either one.
Okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool. Hey, man, would you mind? I know you're fixing to perform, but would
absolutely.
you mind picking one out for us?
Sure, for sure.
Okay, here's your mic. I want to move. Get out of your way.
Gotcha. Give it the old tuning snake here.
Why don't you scoot over just a
I
hair?
can do that.
There you go. Get kind of centered there. Okay, cool.
Centered.
There you go.
Oh, now I'm centered.
Now you're good.
Since we were talking about my heroes, I'll play one by Mr. Tom Skinner,
Okay.
one of my very favorites.
Awesome.
And it has to do with heaven and the whole Church of Christ thing. I'm bringing it all around full circle.
There you go.
I take my own breath away about 20 or 30 times on the average day. I'm a slave to that nicotine, hey buddy, and a bum of light. 'Cause I take my own breath away. I saw Humphrey Bogart give a cigarette to Lauren Bacall. She asked him for a lucky, but he gave her a fresh Pall Mall. He lit her up, and she took a drag. He told her, baby, you come a long way. She said, oh, bogey, you take my breath away. Hey, smoke 'em if you got 'em. Do you think Merle Travis really made St. Peter wake? Hot box and a Marlboro in front of them pearly gates. You know they put up a big no smoking sign. They got rid of that big ashtray. Oh, Jesus Christ, you take my breath away. Oh, and I take my own breath away. About 20 or 30 times on the average day. I'm a slave to that nicotine, hey buddy, and a bump of light. 'Cause I take my own breath. Oh, babe, it's gonna be my death. I take my own breath away.
Guys, I'm going to let him get up on stage, and thank you, Bryon, for being
Thank
here.
you, anytime,
Appreciate
man.
you,
Appreciate
brother.
it. Thank you.
Absolutely. It's always good to have an Oklahoma musician stop by Barside Jive Live and play their hearts out. So Bryon White is no exception. Guys, do not forget to come out to Six Springs Tavern this weekend because I got some great shows starting tomorrow night. Not that tonight's not great, but it's already here. So, like, if you're not already here, you may not be coming unless you, like, leave right now. So, what you could do. But really, come this weekend for some great tunes. And when you come, tell them I sent you. Hey, no. Hey, Chris. And Rhonda thought I should do a shot of Jameson, and Tasha agreed. So, Rhonda, thanks for calling in and recommending this is the drink of the night. Thanks, Rhonda. Here we go. That was good. Wow, that was good. So, don't forget that BarsideJive.com is the window to everything Barside Jive. And I know you guys had heard me advertise for Motley Mayhem for the last month or so, and they had their show like last Saturday and did a fantastic job at the Poor Shack in Keller. And just like I did for them all month, you can advertise your biz too. And remember, again, it's email me, dc@barsidejive.com. That's it. And a final note is I want to thank Six Springs Tavern for hosting this episode of Barside Jive Live. I want to tell you one more thing, that this week, I will be in Nevada for 3 days, hanging out with and interviewing Randy Rhodes' best friend, who he met in middle school in California. And those two guys started the band that you may not know the name, Quiet Riot. So I will be hanging out with that dude for 3 days in Nevada coming up this week. So just keep watching my page because you might see some Facebook Live stuff coming at you from northern Nevada, from the freaking mountains. And it's supposed to be like in the 30s is the high. So, guys, help us spread some love. Share. Click on the share button in the comment section and share it with your friends through Messenger right now, Pat. Right now. Because we would appreciate it. And, tomorrow, Mother freaking Truckers, tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Our show will feature Sarah Ledford and Rach Ann. That's right, John. Rach Ann is going to join Sarah. They will be at the bar, and they are going to play for us, and we're going to chat with them and hang out. Have a great time tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to tomorrow. And then got another show tomorrow evening, Outlaw Cider, in historic downtown freaking Christmas capital of the world, Grapevine, tomorrow. So I will see you guys twice again tomorrow. Now be kind to each other. Keep it real. Keep on rocking. We love you, and see you soon. Come to Six Springs Tavern. I'm serious. The drinks are amazing. No, I mean amazing. They're amazing. No, they're even better than amazing.